Meaning in the abyss. The meaning of life is not something we stumble upon, it is something we give. That was Viktor Frankl's discovery, that even in humanity's darkest night, a spark of freedom remains. The freedom to choose how we face our suffering. Frankl, an Austrian psychiatrist, endured 3 years across 4 concentration camps. Surrounded by hunger, brutality, and death, he witnessed the total dismantling of human dignity. Everything was taken: home, name, liberty, hope. Yet there was one thing that could not be stripped away: the inner decision to respond rather than merely endure. Among those prisoners, Frankl observed 2 kinds of souls. Some withered and died long before their bodies did. Others, frail, starved, trembling, kept walking, sustained by a quiet flame. They had found something to live for: a memory, a promise, a person, a task. Frankl himself, a doctor, found his purpose in tending to the sick, easing pain where he could, even if it cost his own life. He realized that human beings are not driven by pleasure or power, but by meaning. When life loses its why, even the smallest suffering feels unbearable. But when we find that why, we can endure almost anyhow. After the war, Frankl noticed that the world outside the camps had built a different kind of prison. One made not of barbed wire, but of emptiness. Surrounded by comfort and abundance, people still felt hollow. They worked jobs they hated, bought things they didn't need, and chased pleasure to fill the silence of meaninglessness. It was what Frankl called the existential vacuum, a quiet despair that grows where purpose is absent. Pain itself doesn't destroy us. The absence of meaning does. Suffering without purpose becomes despair. But suffering embraced with purpose becomes transformation. Frankl told the story of a man who had lost his wife and saw no reason to go on. Rather than giving advice, Frankl asked him, "What would have happened if you had died first, and she had to live without you?" The man paused. "She would have suffered terribly." "Then," Frankl said gently, "you have spared her that pain, at the cost of your own." The man wept. His grief had found meaning. Meaning, Frankl said, is not invented. It is discovered. It emerges in 3 ways: through creating, through loving, and through suffering bravely. To create is to leave a trace of ourselves in the world. To love is to see the sacred uniqueness of another soul. And to suffer with dignity is to transform tragedy into testimony. Life does not ask what we expect from it. It asks what it expects from us. Every moment is a question. Our choices are the answer. Everything can be taken from a man, Frankl wrote, except one thing, the last of human freedoms: to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. In that final, irreducible freedom lies the essence of what it means to be human. Happiness cannot be pursued. It must ensue. Success cannot be forced. It must follow from devotion to a cause greater than oneself. Meaning, then, is the root. Happiness and success are its fruits. Whoever has a why can bear almost any how. And that truth, born in the depths of suffering, still whispers to us today. Even when life collapses around you, you remain free. Free to give meaning to what remains. Free to turn pain into purpose.